Let's get weird into it. Number 10. The illusion of free. The human brain has a special glitter and confetti-filled room reserved for the word free. It doesn't matter what the item is. A free pen at the bank. A free tote bag you'll never use. A free trial for a streaming service that only has documentaries about competitive cheese rolling. When you see the word free, your brain's sophisticated cost-benefit analysis system, the one that stops you from buying a solid gold toaster, just shuts down. It packs a tiny suitcase, leaves a note, and goes on vacation. This is called the zero price effect. Psychologists have found that we perceive free not just as a very low price, but as a completely different category of transaction. A muffin for $1 is a purchase. A muffin for 1 cent is a purchase. But a free muffin, that's a gift from the universe, an emotional event. You've somehow beaten the system. You are a winner. The muffin company, however, knows exactly what it's doing. By offering you a free trial, they're not engaging in a financial transaction with you. They're starting a relationship. They're removing the entire barrier of, is this worth my money? And replacing it with, why not? It's free. The mental effort required to say no is suddenly way higher than the effort to say yes. So you click. You enter your credit card details for the free trial. That, of course, requires payment information for verification purposes. But in that moment, you don't feel like you're spending money. You feel like you've just pulled off a heist. You're getting a month of premium, high-quality content, and it's costing you nothing. Except you didn't just get a free trial. You just gave a company permission to reach into your bank account in 30 days, all because your brain just short-circuited and signed the contract in crayon. Number 9. The prepaid pain. Imagine you're on a terrible first date. The conversation is awful. They chew with their mouth open, and they keep calling you by the wrong name. At the end of the night, when the bill comes, you experience a sharp, distinct moment of pain as you pay for your half of the misery. Now, imagine you paid for that same date a month in advance. The pain of that initial payment is long gone. The date is still terrible, but the financial sting is a distant memory. You're just there. This is the magic of decoupling pain from payment, and free trials are masters of it. When you sign up, you hand over your credit card details. This is the only moment of financial friction in the entire process. You do it once, way back when everything was free and the future was a magical land of unlimited movies and no consequences. Your brain registers that tiny sting of, ugh, I have to find my wallet, and then immediately forgets about it because, hey, free stuff. When the trial ends and the first real charge hits your account, the connection between the service and the payment is fuzzy. You're not actively choosing to buy another month. The money just evaporates. The pleasure of using the service, binging that show, listening to that curated playlist, is completely separated from the pain of the money leaving your account. It's like a ninja sneaking into your bank, taking just enough that you might not notice, and leaving a thank you note in the form of an email you'll probably ignore. It turns an active purchasing decision into a passive background hum of expense. Number 8. The path of least resistance. Let's be honest. Humanity's greatest achievements were probably just the result of someone trying to find an easier way to do something. We are creatures of convenience. We will walk across a pristine lawn instead of using the sidewalk 5 feet away. We will hit Remind Me Tomorrow on a software update for 6 straight months. Our default setting is, for the most part, don't do the thing. Companies understand this laziness, this beautiful, predictable inertia, better than we understand ourselves. This is the power of the default bias. When you sign up for a free trial, the default option is always, to automatically convert you into a paying customer. You don't have to do anything to start paying them. To stop paying them, however, requires effort. You have to remember the date the trial ends. You have to log into your account. You have to navigate a labyrinth of menus designed by a minimalist MC Escher. You have to click Cancel Subscription, and then confirm you want to cancel, and then tell them why you're a heartless monster for leaving. Your brain looks at that to-do list and immediately weighs it against the alternative, doing nothing. And doing nothing is so easy. It's warm, it's comfortable, it's the path of least resistance. So you tell yourself you'll cancel it later. But later is a mythical time, like yesterday, or when I finally sort out my sock drawer. The company has set up a system where your own natural tendency to procrastinate directly profits them. It's not a trap you fall into. It's a gentle river current you float along, and before you know it, Your wallet is now paying a laziness tax. Number 7. The Endowment Effect. Ever try to sell something you've owned for a while? A dusty old guitar, a used car, that Nordic track you swore you'd use. Suddenly, in your mind, it's not just an object. It's your object. It's full of memories and potential. You overvalue it. You think it's worth way more than anyone is willing to pay. This isn't just sentimentality. It's a powerful cognitive bias called the endowment effect. Once we own something, we irrationally believe it's more valuable. Free trials are a masterclass in exploiting this. For 30 days, that music streaming service isn't just a utility, it's your music streaming service. You've integrated it into your life. You have your playlists, your saved albums, your listening history. You've taught its algorithm that you like 80s synth pop but also sea shanties. It knows you. It gets you. To cancel it now isn't just ending a service. It's giving up something that belongs to you. It feels like a loss. Your brain isn't thinking, I am choosing not to spend $12.99 a month. It's thinking, I am about to lose my ultimate driving crooners playlist that I spent 3 hours perfecting. The thought of losing access to something you've already incorporated into your daily routine triggers loss aversion, our tendency to feel the pain of a loss much more strongly than the pleasure of an equivalent gain. Companies know that once they get their digital hooks in you, once their product feels like a part of your digital home, the idea of kicking it out feels like throwing away a beloved, albeit expensive, houseplant. Number 6. The IKEA effect for your soul. You know that wobbly bookshelf you built yourself? The one with the slightly crooked shelf and the mysterious extra screw you decided was probably just a spare. You love that bookshelf more than any perfectly assembled, professionally delivered piece of furniture. Why? Because you put your own labor into it. This is the IKEA effect. We place a disproportionately high value on things we partially create ourselves. Subscription services use a digital version of this. During your free trial, they don't just give you access. They encourage you to customize, to personalize, to build. You're prompted to create a profile, to select your favorite genres, to follow artists, to build watch lists, to curate playlists. You spend hours, or even just minutes, tailoring the service to your exact specifications. You are, in essence, building your own little corner of their digital universe. You're not just a user, you're an architect. By the time the trial is over, you're not just evaluating their service anymore. You're evaluating the service, plus all the work you've put into it. The thought of canceling means all that effort, all that careful curation of your sad songs for staring out a rainy window playlist will be for nothing. It feels wasteful. You'd have to start all over again somewhere else, rebuilding your digital nest from scratch. So, you pay the subscription fee, not just for the content, but to protect your own investment of time and effort. You're paying rent on a house you helped decorate, and moving out just seems like too much of a hassle. Number 5. The ticking clock. Nothing lights a fire under the human brain like the fear of missing out. It's an ancient, primal instinct. Our ancestors had to worry about missing the hunt or the berry harvest. We have to worry about missing a 48-hour flash sale on artisanal dog sweaters. The principle is the same. Scarcity and urgency make us act impulsively. Free trials are often framed not as a relaxed, contemplative offer, but as a limited-time opportunity you must seize now. Sign up this week to get your first month free. Offer ends Friday. This isn't about giving you time to make a good decision. It's about taking that time away from you. The ticking clock creates a sense of psychological pressure. It short-circuits your rational brain, which wants to read the terms and conditions and check your budget, and activates your lizard brain, which is screaming, get the thing before it's gone. This manufactured urgency makes you feel like the free trial is a scarce resource, even though it's just digital access that costs the company virtually nothing to provide. You feel clever for snagging the deal, like you've found a secret loophole. The focus shifts from, do I actually need this service, to, how do I make sure I don't miss this amazing opportunity? By the time you've triumphantly entered your credit card info, you've forgotten to ask yourself if you'll even remember to use the service, let alone cancel it. The company didn't sell you a product. They sold you the thrill of beating a deadline they invented purely to manipulate you. Number 4. The Lemming Button. Humans are social creatures. We look to others for cues on how to behave, what to buy, and which direction to panic run in. We have a deep-seated need to be part of the tribe. and a deep-seated fear of being the one weirdo who does everything differently. It's called social proof, and it's the reason you're more likely to eat at a restaurant with a long line out the door than the empty one next to it. Subscription services plaster their sign-up pages with social proof. Join 50 million happy users. See why thousands of teams choose us. They feature glowing testimonials and 5-star ratings. This isn't just marketing fluff, it's a direct appeal to your inner lemming. Your brain processes this as, wow, if that many people are using this, it must be good. They can't all be wrong. It outsources the difficult work of critical thinking to an anonymous, smiling crowd. This creates a powerful sense of security. Signing up for the free trial no longer feels like a risky, personal decision. It feels like joining a popular club. You're not an individual taking a chance. You're part of a smart, successful majority. This lowers your guard and makes you far more likely to click sign up. The company has effectively created a bandwagon and painted free ride on the side. You hop on, feeling validated and clever, not realizing that the wagon is on a 30-day timer, after which it automatically converts into a pumpkin that charges your credit card every month. Number 3. The guilt trip. If a friend buys you a coffee, you feel a small, nagging urge to buy them one next time. If a coworker helps you with a project, you feel obligated to help them in return. This is the principle of reciprocity, a fundamental social glue that holds society together. We are hardwired to want to repay favors, to settle debts, and to avoid being seen as a freeloader. A free trial is framed as a generous gift. The company is giving you something of value, a month of their premium service, for nothing in return. They are being so nice. For 30 days, you use their product, enjoy their content, and benefit from their generosity. Subconsciously, a tiny social debt is accumulating in your mind. You've taken something from them, and the scales are unbalanced. When the end of the trial approaches, the decision to cancel feels different. It's not just a neutral business transaction anymore. It feels a little bit like you're being rude. It's like test driving a car for a month, using it for all your errands, and then just handing the keys back and walking away without so much as a thank you. You feel a slight irrational twinge of guilt. The pop-ups that appear when you try to cancel often lean into this. Are you sure you want to lose all your benefits? We'll be sad to see you go. They're not just trying to retain a customer. They're subtly reminding you of the social contract you've broken. For many people, paying the small monthly fee is easier than dealing with that faint, lingering feeling of being a mooch. Number 2. The Forgetfulness Tax. Let's be real. Your brain is a magnificent supercomputer capable of composing poetry and calculating orbital mechanics. It is also an absolute sieve when it comes to remembering to cancel a free trial for a meditation app you used once. Life is complicated. You have to remember your keys, your passwords, your best friend's birthday, and that one weird dream you had about your teeth turning into marshmallows. The date a free trial ends is, to put it mildly, not a top priority. This isn't a bug in your system. It's a feature that subscription companies have learned to monetize. It's the simple, brutal, and wildly effective strategy of banking on your forgetfulness. They know that the initial excitement of the free offer will wear off in a day or two. You'll use the service, or maybe you won't. Life will happen. A bill will be due. Your car will make a funny noise. A new season of that show you like will drop on a different streaming service. The free trial will fade into the background noise of your life. The company sends you a reminder email, of course. It's usually buried under 50 other promotional emails, has a subject line like your subscription update, and is timed to arrive at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday. By the time you see it, the first charge has already gone through. You feel a flash of annoyance. Promise yourself you'll cancel it right now, and then immediately get distracted by a notification on your phone. And so the cycle begins. You are now paying the forgetfulness tax, a monthly penalty for the simple crime of being a busy human with a limited amount of RAM. Number 1. The Cancellation Gauntlet. You've done it. You've overcome inertia, fought off the Endowment Effect, and remembered the deadline. You are ready to cancel your subscription. You log in, feeling proud and fiscally responsible. And that's when you enter the final level. The Cancellation Gauntlet. This is not a simple unsubscribe button. Oh no, that would be too easy. This is a deliberately designed labyrinth of psychological warfare intended to make you give up and surrender your credit card. First, you have to find the cancellation page, which is often hidden under a series of unintuitive menus like Account Settings, then Manage Plan, then Billing Details, then a tiny pale gray link at the very bottom of the page that says Review Subscription Options. Click it, and you're met with Phase 2, the begging. Are you sure? We'll miss you. They'll offer you a discount, a paused subscription, a downgrade to a cheaper plan, anything to keep you in the ecosystem. You have to click, no thanks, I still want to cancel, about 4 times. Next comes Phase 3, the guilt trip. You're forced to select a reason for leaving from a drop-down menu, with options like, it's too expensive, or I'm not using it enough, forcing you to justify your decision to a heartless algorithm. Finally, after navigating this emotional obstacle course, you might be told you have to call a customer service number to finalize the cancellation, a final, monumental barrier of effort. The entire process is engineered to be as frustrating and time-consuming as possible, so that at some point your brain just says, you know what? Fine. $10 a month is worth it to not have to deal with this. It's the final boss of subscription services, and it's designed to make you rage quit, right back into their arms. That's all for today. I'll be making similar videos in the future. Subscribe to see them.